Today, I would like to talk about smart teacher. This smart teacher is a comprehensive term of teacher quality, human quality, and then cognitive empathy. So all includes every parent, every child, and then every principal wants to have in their school building as their child teacher. So that's a smart teacher. And I often use Anne Sullivan, Helen Keller's teacher, as a smart teacher. She treated herself as a teacher, not a nanny, not a babysitter. So she 100%, I could see she never said, I'm a teacher, not nanny. However, how she perceived herself as an educator and teacher, that made her see inside Helen, the child student Helen Keller, that other people could not see at that all the time. Anne Sullivan saw inside Helen Keller, not outside her behaviors, not how difficult a child she was to handle as a teacher. She saw inside Helen Keller, she found Helen Keller's potential intelligence. Obviously, it was through her behaviors. And she saw she could walk into Helen Keller's inside as an educator, as a teacher. She saw her desperation, her desire. Her desperation and desire, she wanted to know about the world she lived in. She wanted to learn about the world. She wanted to communicate with the world. And she did not know. No adult taught her how to. She was so desperate. So she expressed her desire and desperation through her behavior. And that behavior was very wild because she was so desperate. Nobody could understand her. No, everybody was very nervous, very freaked out, and didn't know what to do, including her own parents. And they invited the teachers. They came, they stayed 1 or 2 days, and they left because they didn't know how to handle Helen Keller. This is a whole different story, how you perceive yourself, and then how you show your capability, your perception, your perspectives, right? So you believe Anne Sullivan treated her, perceived her as a teacher. When she saw Helen Keller, she saw Helen Keller as a teacher size, educator size, not nanny size, not babysitter size. It was not her job to take care of her, right? Her job was to teach her, open the whole gate for her to walk out and see the world. That was Anne Sullivan's job, and then that's what she felt. And she found the way because she knew how desperate Helen Keller was. And she knew, probably at the time, maybe she could not know, is there any one teacher 100% sure how to assess, how to approach the child with wild, severe emotional behaviors? It is very tough. However, smart teachers observe the child, they can see it because they can see inside the child's mind. That is a cognitive empathy. Okay, that is a cognitive empathy. That's how teacher sees inside the child potential intelligence. Obviously, with wild behaviors, it is very hard to communicate with a child. However, especially smart children, as soon as they knew their self-efficacy, they stopped. As soon as I observed many children, even, intellectual disabilities, IQ 40s, IQ 50s, IQ 60s, because we are humans. We are humans. We have a higher order thinking, right? It's just a matter of you developed that higher order thinking as a functional intelligence, or you haven't had those chance, still it sleeps inside you. So that's Helen Keller. Again, she perceived herself as a teacher. She knew she's a teacher. That's why she could have a teacher's eyes. And that eyes let her see inside Helen Keller's potential intelligence, her desperation, her desire. And then she could approach her because she knew Helen Keller's intention and motivation and desire. So that is very important as all teachers in modern time, because the teaching job is very difficult, very hard. And it's just, family dynamics and just social dynamics. It has a lot of changes. Obviously, most teachers' childhood experiences is 20, 30 years ago. So it's like a few decades ago experiences. Every time, every teacher, when they started teaching, they are already outdated about the child home environment. And we have a different world, this world and that world, these home cultures and home dynamics and parenting styles are wholly changed. So we find a new approach. However, every child teachers, they believe themselves as a teacher. They will find a way of seeing, most importantly, regardless where child background is, child is a child. And then child has inside, every single child has those desire and desperation, especially those smart ones, not intellectually smart ones, cognitively smart ones. Those children unconsciously, they do not even realize, right? However, their inside, deep inside, the unconscious feeling of those desperation and desire, they seek good teachers who can see them, inside them, their potential intelligence, their capability, not the outside, how they present themselves. Okay, so that is a very important, principle we gotta see, and then we have to learn from Anne Sullivan.